Welcome back everyone to the island of Elba, overlooking our newest addition, the local airport that connects our tourists to, well, everywhere. We're just looking at the bus depot and it still has an issue saying there are no vehicles. So we're gonna just jet set over to our bus depot and are going to have a look. 25 vehicles are totally possible and we need, I think technically this route wants 5. No, 4. Alright, so 4, another 10, so 18, 25 exactly. And that's why there are no additional buses available. Let's go in and pop in another bus depot. And we can actually put that in the back, which I honestly don't mind. So in order to do that, let's make sure we have some flattened space out in the back. Carve a little bit into the mountainside, but I think that would be fine. Then we're placing the bus depot in there. Now that adds another 10 buses to our line, which I think is fine. We could also actually just turn all of them into electric buses, which I would appreciate in a city like this or a village system like this. But for now, we're just gonna leave them run on gas. All right, so yep, sign is gone. Excellent. Besides that, station services, we could add more small kiosks, but I think 1 is definitely enough. Extra platforms, we don't need that either. So I think this is completely set up. All right. What I really want to do in this episode is actually go around the island, find little spots, for example, such as this one down here, flatten it out a bit more, connect it to the road network, and then start having additional little settlements throughout the island. So in order to do so, I'm first going to do a little bit of landscaping, not landscaping, terraforming, and when I am done, I'll be back to chat some more. All right, that was a long time of just building roads and snaking up the mountains and all of this. But I think overall we've created a good amount more of additional space. The question is, which kind of zoning do we want to be in these areas? So what I'm going to do is pick one of the zoning types, and let's actually just try this. Down here we have a bit more organized space down here. Let's see, we have the waterfront housing. those will be reserved for the actual waterfront. Oh, interesting. Courtyard housing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 different versions, and we have 1, 2, nope, that's not enough. But we have definitely 9 different areas right here. So, standard. The first Chinese, second Chinese, Japanese, just going up and down, left and right, UK, and another UK area. And that one I'm just gonna zone in here. Alright, so we're gonna let this grow in and then we're gonna see how it's gonna turn. Just seeing actually the last UK spawned in a little bit big, so instead let's place the last UK one up here and unzone this area right there so we can have a better look at this. Alright, let's already have a look. Now the standard one is okay. I kind of like the Chinese one. Oh look, they even have a little bit of plowed land in the back. I could see them, actually, those houses actually being in this area. If you don't zoom in too close and look at all the different signs along with this. The courtyard is a definite no. This, I have to say, is also a definite no. Let's keep looking along here. They are alright. I kind of want to say no to them though. Relatively large. Yeah, let's not do these. Also no. The terraced one is actually not too bad. I don't know if it would perfectly fit the vibe over here. What about these though? Actually not bad. Alright. I'm actually thinking we're going for the Chinese version. Out of all of these, I like the style of them. So let's definitely place them. Again, and we're keeping, let's actually double check that this looks okay. We're keeping sort of the waterfront or actual waterfront housing. Now they are technically facing the wrong direction, but overall not too bad. But with the Chinese style, it looks more like a small village, to be honest. And this is definitely more along the lines, at least this one here, that I would be going for. So, Chinese low density. I hope this was the right one. Some of them are actually spawning in quite big. Wow. So let's see what these are gonna turn out to be. Actually not too bad either. Alright, so we're gonna stick with them, and instead of painstakingly zoning them in manually, I'm just going to paint some of them in just like that. We need to make sure, because they are further away, that we're actually creating some commercial pockets in this area. Need to just make sure they're not ridiculously large. So I'm going to cut you off. Let's place them like this. Need to kind of cut this one off. And we need to make sure we also have sort of an intersection over this way. So we get, again, smaller pockets of the commercial buildings. All right. We're not going to worry too much about zoning, but I want to have a little bit of park space in there. This one I'm actually going to leave. All right. So let's have a look into our parks. And these wouldn't be too urban. So maybe just a small park like this. Doesn't look too bad. And definitely a playground. somewhere, because again, playgrounds are awesome. Large playground sounds good to me. Let's have a look at the... That's actually not too bad. There we go. Alright, and the rest we're gonna keep zoning it. And our zoning has been destroyed. How come these tornadoes? Maybe I don't actually see the others, but they always seem to appear where I'm currently building. Oh boy. Alright, and with that we have the zoning in. Now for some of these I added a little bit of commercial, not a lot. For the others, not so much. I think it makes sense, not every tiny village needs a corner store or would have a corner store. Sometimes it just won't pay off. And I'm assuming, because it's this game, they do have enough access to the city center. So nothing to worry about, or not too much to worry about. I'm just gonna go around and spread a little bit of trees around to make these areas look a little bit nicer, so I'll be right. And it turns out I forgot an entire neighborhood. So let me put the paths down and then zone that in as well. Alright, with that we are done. Now, this entire village obviously will not have the greatest time with the airport right next to it, but villages do sometimes just, you know, live really close to where the planes are flying. So it just happens. No big deal. Let me also just sprinkle a little bit of some bushes around. But otherwise, I think it looks good. Look at that. I really like that. It actually came together really nicely. Same with up here. Now, these are much smaller communities up here, but again, that kind of makes sense because they are up the mountain. And it just feels like it's part of the same overall community. So I very much appreciate that. We do have a little bit of a struggle with customers across all things, and I wonder why that is. High taxes are still an issue. I'll look into this and maybe we can figure this out next time. But we've made this island look a lot more alive in this episode. And I think we'll try to expand a little bit over here as well. Although it will be probably very hard to find good spots to put little communities. And yes, I know we have created some sort of plateaus with these, and we might just go around and do this a couple more times. Again, just to pull the island together. Alright, there are a few more things that I want to do anyways. Regardless, overall I think it is looking pretty good. Now, one thing that I want to make sure is, I guess, as you've seen while I was zoning everything, there was a bit of a high crime rate, and I wanted to check about our prison cells. So we had one police station there, one here, and the prison is completely full. So if we go into here, jail capacity, maybe we actually need a proper prison. And maybe that prison would be, I don't think it would be close to the airport, but maybe we put it somewhere into our industry zone. We'll see. I think we'll leave that for next time. For now, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.